Hello, my name is Tom Beasley. I am the editor of the Popcorn Muncher, and I would like to welcome you to our YouTube channel. I'm recording this on a lovely sunny Friday afternoon, but for those of you not enjoying the sun and instead heading to a darkened cinema room, I Feel Pretty is out in UK cinemas, the new film starring Amy Schumer. Now, when the trailer for the film landed online, it's fair to say that people were pretty upset. The marketing team had made a serious boo-boo and unleashed a teaser that seemed to feature little more than characters giggling, grimacing or smirking at Amy Schumer, implying that she was some sort of hideous, Lovecraftian monster rather than the incredibly attractive comedian and movie star that she actually is. Schumer herself spoke out about the backlash to Vulture, saying that she understood where the controversy had come from, but that people would get it when they saw the film. I've seen the film, and I don't get it.
Feet. Yeah. No. What? Oh my God, you see this?
Yes.
Now, before I delve into this any further, there are going to be some spoilers for I Feel Pretty in this video, including discussions of the final few scenes. If you want to see the film without knowing how it ends, stop watching now, but anyone who's ever seen a rom-com before will be able to trace the story of this one out beforehand. It's not exactly the hunt for the Zodiac Killer. The plot is pretty simple. Amy Schumer plays Renee, who lacks confidence in her looks, which is exacerbated by the fact that, as mentioned above, approximately 50% of the people she meets seem to see her as some sort of horrific, morbidly obese horror movie beast. There are jokes about her wide feet from the start, and she makes babies cry just by smiling at them. She watches the movie Big one night, wishes to be beautiful, and then bashes her head on a bike in a spin class. When she looks in the mirror afterwards, she believes that she has transformed into the most gorgeous woman in the world, and promptly becomes an obnoxious nightmare for the next 90 minutes of film. It's worth saying that the movie is nowhere near as bad as its trailer. It's actually quite good-natured on the surface. Renee ultimately grows to realise that she can have the same confidence in herself, even once the illusion of her transformation has been taken away. She gives a motivational speech at a perfume launch, because nothing shows independence and self-confidence like flogging cosmetics for a company full of women who know nothing about normal people and exemplify the same standards that Renee has just realised are bull. There's no contradiction there at all. The main problem is that this message simply doesn't hold water. Renee is able to give in and be herself because she has already got to exactly where she wants to in life. She's got a new boyfriend whom she really likes, she's the VP of a massive, thriving cosmetics company, and she has won the acceptance of the idiots who grimaced at her for the first half of the film. However, she hasn't got there by being herself. She got her job and her boyfriend and her new life by appearing to be a grotesque, arrogant caricature of the way she thinks attractive people act. It takes no courage to be yourself, warts and all, when you've already reached the top by pretending to be someone else. In this context, Renee falls into the worst sort of inspirational rhetoric that is only spoken by people who are already successful. You see it every year when there's an exam results day. Dozens of celebrities line up on Twitter to trumpet the fact they now live in some sort of Scrooge McDuck mansion with a swimming pool full of cash, despite the fact they left school with 1 GCSE, half a packet of cigarettes, and some oddly resilient chlamydia. Not everyone is going to have the good fortune to attain celebrity, which is often largely about luck. So advising people not to worry about exams is never a good thing. In the same way, it's easy to tell people to never change and to love themselves when you're sitting pretty at the top of the notoriously competitive world of beauty. I Feel Pretty might not be a film that has a deliberate body-shaming ethos, but there's little doubt that most of the comedy comes from the way characters react to Renee and her appearance. There's no empowerment here, not least because we're seeing everything through the eyes of a character who seems to be entirely unsympathetic. Far more worthy of our attention are Renee's friends, played by Aidy Bryant and Busy Phillips. Neither of these characters is conventionally beautiful in the way that Renee aspires to be, but both of them seem to have attained a reasonable degree of self-confidence. They have their feet on the ground, and the film gives both of them romances, which are earned by the simple fact they're nice people, rather than any head trauma or momentary personality shift into being a conceited imbecile. Both of these women start the movie in almost exactly the same position that Renee ends it from a self-confidence point of view, and yet it's Schumer's character that the film wants us to celebrate and feel happy for. It's that problem that feels most potent throughout I Feel Pretty. The final revelation of the movie is something that most people already broadly accept. Every episode of the brilliant RuPaul's Drag Race ends with Ru telling the assembled drag queens,
"You can't love yourself. How in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen in here?"
and that entire show is built on the central premise that these drag queens are beautiful and allowed to express themselves in the way they want to, whatever shape or size they are. That's the starting point of RuPaul's Drag Race, so why should we give I Feel Pretty a high five for bringing us to that realisation in the end? We're there from the start, so there's little value in just waiting for Amy Schumer's character to catch up. The film eventually gets to a positive message, but it asks the audience to wallow in a lot of bad taste filth before it gets there.
A bikini contest. Let's go. DJ, hit it.
But let me know what you think. Have you seen I Feel Pretty? What did you think of that message that it's trying to convey? Have you just seen the trailer and have decided to stay away from the film because of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to this channel for more content, including my discussion about the ending of Avengers Infinity War and my weekly box office roundups. You can also find loads more stuff at thepopcornmunch.com, including reviews, including of I Feel Pretty, and all of the other films that are out at the moment, as well as lots of fun content and the Popcorn Muncher podcast. All of our social media channels are in the description below, so be sure to take a look at those. Follow, like, do all of the things that social media demands that you do. And be sure to join me next week for another video. Thank you so much for watching.